Hello guys, and welcome to what will be the first video for Rebirth of Glory. So it's all fully launched now, so we have a lot of packs to go through, over 200, 3 legendary card packs, and what I'm hoping should be a pretty good run. So as always, we'll start off with the card tickets and get right into the first 10 packs. Really going to enjoy the Rebirth of Glory card pack. It does look absolutely gorgeous, so we'll get that open. See if we can pull many legendaries this expansion. I mean, we usually do pretty well, and starting off with a gold there is not bad at all. It's a pretty nice animated cards. I do expect to end up with at least 3 of every silver and bronze, almost 3 of every gold, and a reasonable chunk of legendaries. That is at least the hope. A couple of golds in our first 3 packs. That's pretty okay for now. I mean, we're going to need them anyway, so why not get at least a reasonable amount of golds? Even if I'm not getting a legendary, I'd like at least a reasonable amount of those gold cards, so I don't have to make any. Ooh, double gold and a roach. Alright, I'll take them. Some good golds right now. Even better, another double gold pack. This is actually looking to be a really nice gold run for this one. I'll actually be interested to see how many golds we get. Okay. Not as much exciting in that one. No legendaries for our first 10 packs. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing, but we did get a huge chunk of golds for that one, so that wasn't a bad start, to be honest, for the gold set. Alright. We're going to have plenty of vials either way. I've already got nearly 50,000 vials ready, so we're definitely going to be able to craft up a lot of legendaries that we don't have, so we should be able to get almost 2 of everything, 3 of some no doubt, if we're lucky. Pretty casual, not looking great now though. We haven't got anywhere near as many decent cards as we did last time, but that could all be made up for with a couple of legendaries, so just gotta hope against hope that we can pull this off. Oh, there's a gold at least. Since we are so early into the pack, it does mean that pretty much anything we get right now is decently valued. Since we are, of course, trying to fill them out. And there we go, this time a double legendary pack, and we got the Aisha Underworld Sovereign. Could not be happier with that one. That makes nearly most of this video already worth it, since that legendary there, not the easiest thing, of course, to get. And I believe this also is the leader card, so that's actually quite impressive, if that is the case. Alright, we'll soon find out, because I'm sure it will come up at the end here. No, maybe it's not the leader card, maybe it's set up. But either way, Aisha Underground Sovereign, pretty nice. Elena, Purist, Prayer, not bad either. I was hoping it was leader card with the way it was set up, see, because they do advertise it here, don't they? Yeah. Get the card and get the leader, which we did just get. We did just get that Aisha Underworld Sovereign, didn't we? Alternate versions of Dark Melissa and Ultra Sovereign featuring Rebirth of Glory come with the leader. Yeah, see? Weird. Very weird. That didn't come up with the leader or the card back. That could be a bug, potentially. I'm hoping if it is one that's fixed. But a couple legendaries kicking us off. So 2 in our first, I think, 30 packs. That's not really the best numbers. I'd hope you usually get at least 1 per 10 packs on average. So we've got to make up for it a little bit with a few of these packs. Hoping our luck can increase a little bit better. Although this expansion could just be an unlucky one. That does happen occasionally for me. Not every expansion can be crazy lucky. There are some great artwork this expansion though. I actually quite enjoy most of it. Alrighty, not a bad chunk of golds I don't think so far. But nothing else too crazy in this. I almost missed a card. Alright, so just 12 left from our actual packs. I believe we had 12 total there, so, sorry, 42 total. So that's not too bad so far. So we have, that was our 30, I think. So actually we're doing okay. We're doing alright, I think. Let's hope we can round this out a little bit though, and get some half decent cards in the next lot. Oh, double gold, both of what we're gonna need. So we'll take them. Get them in our collection there. Oof. Okay. I really don't mind that artwork. Actually, that's quite nice. Why not have it? We're not seeing a lot else in here yet. There's quite a few legendaries I wouldn't mind getting. I'd love to see some Elena's Prayer and things like that. So hopefully we can pull those. It won't be fun if I have to craft up a lot, but we have got another 160 odd packs after this, so we're only a very small portion in. I think we're only a fifth of the way in with these, so well over 200 packs. Ooh, and another double legendary pack. This time we got Okamari and Emerus, so make up for it actually. So we did get one in almost every 10 set, so that's actually pretty decent so far. And we've still got the 3 legendary packs, which give us the potential to get even more legendaries from this set. It also gives us the potential for legendaries from old sets, but you may as well save them when you're coming into a new expansion soon anyway, since there's no real reason on the old ones much, unless you really want something old. Because you can potentially also get the Dawnbreaker one from the old legendary pack, so that's why waiting till it was rotated out guarantees you at least something you can use for the next 3 months. In rotation, that is. But if you're after something in particular, of course, then of course go for it. Okay, not a lot so far, halfway through this set. Oh, there we go, Genesis Dragon. Take it any day of the week. Nice legendary right there. Really want some of those blood legends. I think they're going to be some of the better ones to get right now. Either one I'll settle for quite well. Oh, there we go. Speak of the devil and you do receiver. Seductive of Vampire. Oh, and Purgatory. Triple legendaries for this 10 set. This is actually very nice. That's more than making up for what we get. Even if we don't get any in a little bit, we should be fine. At the end, of course, as always, we will go through most of the golds and legends we got. We won't go through all the bronze and silvers, although we will probably take a nice look at them. I'm sure we've got a 3 set of most of these bronzes even nearly by now, since I have seen a lot of them duplicated already. We're seeing a few duplicate silvers as well, so it's very easy to get all those. I found usually within the first, I would say 100 packs, you can easily get every bronze and silver card without much issue. You might occasionally miss the odd silver, but you can get almost all those. It's the golds and legends that really do become the difficult cards to pull. Which makes sense, because of course, the rarity goes up, but the only things we're really interested in will be the animated cards for the bronze and silvers. I like to keep them. We've seen a couple of those already, wow, in this 10 set. We actually got a fairly decent run with those golds. We should have a very nice amount of them when we're done. So of course, once I'm done with this card pack opening, there will be story content coming up as soon as I possibly can get that out. This will obviously go up much earlier than the story content because it will take a lot longer to, of course, record and get out for you guys. But I hope to have it all done by the end of today, which for me, I was only literally just started, so it is quite early still. But those videos will go out for you to enjoy. Oh, nice legendary Edelion, sorry, whichever way. Nice, I don't mind getting one of that, since we don't have one, of course. But yeah, so I'll get that story content out as soon as possible. That'll be this video, the story content, and then we'll probably start some normal deck videos tomorrow. The first week, 2 weeks, we'll just be messing around pretty heavily with some of the new cards and trying to see what's still competitive, maybe even revisiting some of the old decks. Another Hades, so that is our second one of those. Wow, not bad. Oh, and a Urias. We're doing really well for legendaries this time around, compared to where we started with some of those packs. Although I'm really hoping that Aisha is just a bug and that it gets fixed if that is the case, since that is how it's all listed. So it does seem weird that we didn't get the leader stuff for it, unless it just didn't show up there and it did still give us the leader. We'll check at the end. Check at the end either way. Also, it is reasonably early for me, so sorry if I sound a little tired, since, you know, first thing in the morning, this is what we're doing. Plus, I'm on a reasonably tight schedule for time today, and that has nothing to do with time management. That's just the case of having a small child and a partner who is currently has to work. So it definitely doesn't leave me with a lot of time to do this. Nice, Hades and Urias. So now we have a play set of Hades, so it looks like they're really pushing me to play that, and we have at least 2 Urias already. So actually very happy to get those so far. So we're only missing 3 blood legendaries total. We'll need 2 more of the new succulent or seductive, whatever it was, vampire, and we're going to need 1 more Urias to finish a playset, and we'll have pretty much every card for blood from this expansion so far, because we should pretty much round that into this video, which will be really nice. I'm not that interested in getting any more forest legendaries. We did get the Okami, which was a pretty okay one to get, but I'm not super interested in them. I'm not a big forest player. I do want to get into forest a bit more. I definitely do. I want to expand. I've been wanting to expand it for quite a while, playing forest, but just don't have the cards necessarily to build what was reasonable, and most of the decks that were reasonable weren't very good lately. So hopefully we'll see a little bit of a rise on forest, even if it can make it into tier 2. I'm not so big fan of seeing it in tier 1. That could be a bit of a nightmare for me, a bit of a PTSD from the old roaches. Oh, another Genesis as rounds out 2 of them. I would like to see some of the new legendaries, but I mean, at least if we're going to get the old ones, we haven't got too many duplicates. I mean, we haven't got another Hades so far, which is good. So since we do have 3 of those already, we don't need to see that. But hopefully we can get lucky with some of these. I would love to see some more cards here for legendaries, which would be nice. Oh, here we go. A Swarming Wraith animated. I actually really like Ambling Wraith's animated card, and I wanted to see what Swarming looked like, and yeah, it's okay. It's not as nice as Ambling Wraith, I don't think, as far as design goes, at least. So many classics in this set, which of course is why it's called Rebirth of Glory. It's bringing back a lot of the classic cards, or really good cards, from a lot of the previous expansions. Mostly stuff from Unlimited. I don't think there's really anything post-Unlimited at the moment that's been redone, but definitely some nice ones. Oh, nice. Meet the 11 Sisters. I do want to try 11 build, even though they don't have a lot of support. They've got enough to actually give them a solid go. So I would like to see the Albert. That could be good. Oh, here we go. Magna Giant. Awesome. Magna Giant. That's a good way to start off this 10 run. Would have been cool if we got back-to-back, but it's only happened a couple times where I've got some absolutely crazy pulls. But it's already made this 10 set worth it to get 1 legendary, so... Oh, and an animated Zeus. This pack's gone beyond and up and over with this full pack of animated cards. This does happen occasionally. There are some weird odds for getting them, but they happen. And we happen to get the Zeus, the Sisters, and the Dragonite Scholar, which are actually really nice animated. The rest are also good, but I'll take him. Ginger, Cursed World. Awesome. I'm actually pretty happy to see Ginger. It's one of the first times in a while, but it's nice. So 3 legendaries for this 10 pack already, and we're just over halfway. So we've still got a chance to get some more. If we can find the other leader card, I would be ecstatic. So we're really doubling up on some of these golds now that I've seen. We haven't seen too many new ones, I don't think, which is a little disappointing. But it does also mean we should have playsets of most of them, if we're starting to see so many duplicates. We're only 14 minutes into this video. Nice, so those three worked out really well. All ones we didn't have, which is nice, so we've at least got one of each of those now. Typically I aim to have at least 2 of each legendary as much as possible. Since you can build decks with 2 of each legendary, you don't necessarily need 3. 3 is usually just for consistency, so for testing purposes 2 is usually a solid number. And then if I find a deck I like or want, I will build more. And there is another Ginger, so we've now got 2 of her. I'm glad we got at least 2 Ginger, so that does actually make it so I can potentially play a deck with using her, although Ginger decks typically require some other big cards. But using the strategy that I've been using for quite a while now, which I do have a video on the channel somewhere about, I do find that I can quite easily keep playing free-to-play. It does require me to play at least my daily challenges and any kind of events as much as I kind of can to get rupees, although I do avoid the treasure trove, not the treasure trove rupees, the treasure chest rupee events I tend to avoid a little bit till I get the emblem and the card back, and then I'm not too worried about them, but I don't force get those because it's too grindy, not worth the effort normally. But I find it's very easy for me now. We're down to the last 93 packs. I do find that I can quite easily now get up to around 200 packs. I have seen other players being able to get over 300, which is super impressive, but they're some of the higher level players, competitive players, people who get into like Grandmaster and stuff every month, every 3 months, whatever it is. And getting into the higher tiers allows you to get a lot more extra packs. Like, it does definitely help when you can do that, and I'm just not willing to put in that grinding effort to do it, so I try and can enjoy other games as well. Oh, come on. There we go. For some reason it wouldn't open this side properly for me. Okay, not a lot in this set though so far. This 10 pack is looking a little sad. There's some okay golds, I guess, but I swear I've seen the demon like 5 times. And none of the bronze and silver stand out at all anymore, so we've probably definitely got all of those without much issue. It's only really an interest in the golds and the legends. Albert, perfect. Another new one that I don't have, so that's really good. So I was actually worried a little bit. Okay, the Aisha, the Sovereign card, the new one, if it's a leader card, it probably has leader odds, but at the same time, it's also a new card. That's what's confused me about this whole leader thing with it, because usually leaders are only done on reprinted cards. They don't tend to like to give them new effects, making them too hard to get. I suppose they, in this case, the leader ones would be craftable, I would have to guess. It's really a confusing thing for me. That, or maybe they are 2 separate cards, but I don't think they are, so weird setup for sure. I'm hoping that whatever's going on there gets fixed. If you guys know what's going on there, definitely leave a comment, because it's confused the hell out of me for once. Because it should have been pretty straightforward. The new Aisha card should just be the leader card by the looks of it, so artifact duplicator. Got so many of those now. And nothing in that 10. That's a little sad. But we've done pretty well so far, so I can't complain too much. We've seen a really, really nice amount of legendaries so far. And we've still got quite a few packs to go. At least we've got 2 silvers in that one. The worst pack you can actually get is a double bronze pack. Wow, nice. Pirate Queen. Pirate Queen is actually a half decent looking card to give it at least a try of. It looks like it could be fun, so definitely worth getting that. Oh, another one, another Emerus legendary. This pack's making up for the last couple of 10 lots, so that should be really good. Even just getting those 2 makes it worth it. Definitely feels good when you go back-to-back legends. Even better if you can do the double in one pack again, since we've done that a couple times now. Definitely is always nice. Okay, looking good. I'm expecting to, of course, be over probably 20 legendaries by the time we're done opening all these packs. Shouldn't be unrealistic to think that that's possible. We've definitely got enough of the 11 Sisters by a mile. 63 to go. And then we got the 3 legendary packs, which should be good. But from right after this expansion, or right up until mini expansion, I will be saving pretty much everything, including card tickets. So once I open my 200 packs each expansion, I actually don't open anything else. I hold all of the, I'll hold all of the in this case until the mini expansion, and then open them once the mini expansion drops. Usually by the time the mini expansion drops, I can easily get around 70 to 100 card tickets quite easily without much issue at all. Usually between events and just general gameplay, you can earn those quite easily. And I will then also hold all of my gold until the next actually full-on expansion. I don't spend any of my rupees on another ginger, by the way. That's really good. I don't spend any of my rupees until the next expansion, the major one, because I don't waste them on the mini expansion trying to risk getting cards when I've already got so many. And that seems to be my strategy. It works really quite well, because by the time the mini expansion, of course, ends, you're getting upcoming card pack tickets, which means they feed into the next set. But any old card tickets, anything from pre-Rebirth of Glory, I'll open immediately. I'm not worried. Just no point holding on to anything pre-Rebirth of Glory. May as well open it immediately and try and get stuff out of it that I can use or vial or get leader cards potentially. But definitely that's the strategy I like to use. Of course it works well for me now. It's taken a while to get into this groove. You know, I've been playing almost 3 years. So I've got into this pattern of being able to do this over the last probably 12 to 24 months. So year to 2 years it's taken me to full on get this going. I would say in the first year you could easily start doing this, but it's definitely something you commit to long term so that you can basically play this game completely free to play without having to actually purchase anything. And the problem is, if I ever break this cycle, it would be really hard to get back into, because if I miss one expansion, for example, it could completely screw over my collection. So nice. An Olivia and an Emerus. So I think we have a playset of Emerus, and that is our first Olivia. We are really positive with this 10 pack so far. So that's 3 legendaries just for this 10, I think. Oh, and another seductive vampire. That is 2 of those, 2 Urias. Only missing 1 of each to complete a playset. I really do want a playset of the Bloods. I feel like they're just going to be too good, and I do feel like the Urias is probably going to be nerfed fairly quick. So if I end up with more than 3 Urias, he's definitely a card I'll be holding on to. I may even decide to hold on to the other vampire legendary card, since she'll probably end up seeing some form of change as well in the future, if she ends up being as overpowered as most people suspect she will be. I suspect she'll definitely be powerful, but I don't know about overpowered. She on her own may not be overpowered, but I know how Cygames tends to nerf things, so if anything will see a nerf, it might be her. Since trying to nerf things around her could be really difficult. You'd destroy Vengeance again, which would be a horrible situation. And at least Unlimited has the whole limiting option, so... Oh, there we go, another Zeus. That is 2 of him. I've actually done fairly well as far as getting at least 2 ofs. Gonna be pretty happy with that. Oh, there's the Elena's Prayer. I think that's the first Haven Legendary we've got. Really did want the Haven Legendary. Oh no, so we did get the Eidolon, so that's the second Haven Legendary we got. Just remember off the top of my head that thing's a Haven Legend, so getting the Elena, I really did want that one, so I'm really glad we pulled it. I don't know if we've seen, other than Emerus, we haven't seen the other Rune Legendary yet. We've seen both the Sword, we've seen one of the Forest, we've seen the Neutral. I've seen quite a few, I guess. When we take a look at the end, it'll be really interesting to see what we're actually missing that we didn't see at all so far. Oh, there we go, Kami, so this is another Forest Legend. Again, getting another nice double playset. Okami could be quite a fun card to mess around with. Especially maybe bringing back the worst Forest deck or something from the past. That could be really interesting, because that did support Okami. So it might be interesting to use his legendary counterpart. I know he's not called Okami, but he does spawn Okamis, and that's all I can think of every time I see him, so it's the quickest way for me to name him. Yerd Goddess of Recreation. So this effect is super weird, and I'm hoping it's straightforward and simple to use. Like, it doesn't seem super confusing, it's just weirdly worded. I feel like they could word it. So there's our 4th Emerus. Wow, that's 3,000 vials right there. Would have been nicer if it was either another legendary or potentially one of the blood ones that I could have held on to. But we've got 23 packs left. We're getting through these now. It'll probably only take us sometime just over half an hour to go through this entire video. If you've been around this long, you're sticking out fairly well, guys. Hang in there. The first day of an expansion is always a quite heavy video day with a lot of content. Heartsick Demon, Artifact Duplicator, that's alright. Princess Witch. Not much else in that one. A few silvers, not much use to us now. Oh, another roach. I think we've probably got a playset of that already though, I've seen it quite a few times now. And another couple of golds. I mean, at least if we're going to get something, legendaries or golds are going to be the most value, both in vials and in, of course, not having them, so I don't mind seeing a gold, even if I've got them in triplicate. It's nice to know that I'm going to have a good vial stash. I do also spend nearly all my vials each expansion. I usually try and be a bit more cautious towards the towards getting my vials low. Usually I like to hang on to like 3 legendary worth of vials until the first week is over, so if I need to craft potentially 1 extra of stuff, I can. But if I am missing any golds, I will immediately craft those first before legendaries, just so I have a playset of all the golds from this expansion so far. It's only the mini expansion I am ever missing golds or legendaries from. Typically I'll try and have 2 of each one from the mini expansion and then work in whatever legendaries I think might be good. Just because it's hard to keep up a consistent stream of both vials and getting enough from the mystery expansion to warrant it. Unless I get really lucky with the packs open in mini expansions. But these major ones are usually pretty consistent. I know roughly how much I can earn and what I can get. So it makes it very easy to predict exactly what. It's just usually a matter of how many legendaries I can pull. So if I get super lucky like we have been so far, we can get a really good number and that will usually go well. We haven't seen a legendary for a little while, at least we haven't seen one that we need. We saw that Emerus, but... So I think we've only got 3 packs left here for the Rebirth of Glory packs. Then we're on to the 3 legendary packs, and we'll open all of those, and then we will take a look at the cards. So if you're hanging around for that, thank you. It definitely helps out the channel. And we'll see what our luck is like for these last couple of packs. I'd be super impressed if I pulled the leader card, but I doubt my luck is that good. I've pulled not even 50% of the total leader cards, I don't think, so nothing in those. A little disappointed by those last 3 packs, but we have still got the legendary card packs. Should be fairly decent. As you can see here, it does include Rebirth of Glory cards, but it also includes legendaries from the other 4 card sets, so I don't expect anything crazy here, but it's at least worth the shot at using them on Rebirth of Glory. Okay, first one. Oh, nope. At least we got the gold. And, oh, nice, Mad Alien. Actually did need more of that, so that's actually a really good one. That made that pack 100% worth it. Alright. We're going to go slow through these, because there are some decent potential to get some okay cards. Personally, actually, I don't think I had a full playset of him, so that's actually not bad to get. It's one of the few legendaries, before this strategy started really pulling off, that I wasn't able to get a decent set of them. New Order, another one that's actually, you know, a little off the wall, and not one that I know for sure I had a full playset of, but it's alright. So we've done fairly well here. It's a little sad now that my rupee count is right down, but that is the life of a free-to-play player. So just looking at the liquefy cards, I won't liquefy them yet, I'll do that off camera in a minute. That's going to take us up to 90,000 vials just there. That is before I start liquefying extras, so I should easily make over 100,000 vials, no issue at all, which is great. That's going to be quite a few legendaries. I can potentially make over 20 legendary cards on their own, which is awesome. We have got the glory set of cards here. I'm not really interested in the bronze and silvers, but we will first take a look at the golds here. Shouldn't be anything to create, I don't think. No, so we can go into collection here. 5, well over, so we got well over, I think, on pretty much all of them. So as you can see here, we've got so many to actually get rid of. I don't think there are any here that we didn't at least get a playset of, so that's really good. Now we can take a look at the legendary sets. So, okay, we did miss a few. I was expecting at least a couple here. So, I want to take a look at this first. I forgot I've got a CS Globe still. We will star this for now, but Aisha Underworld Sovereign should be our leader card. I don't see why it wouldn't be. You can also craft it, I guess, but it should be. Either way, it's good looking. So, we need Miracle of Love. I will have to make some of those. I want at least 2 of those as well. Zwei, Resonant Heart, I didn't see that. Hulking Dragonoot, and I think that might be it. Yeah, that's it. We actually did alright on everything else. So, we did get the playset of Hades. We got 2 of most of the other cards. We will just have to craft up 1 of each of them. So, that's 70, 70, 70. So, that's 2100. So, we could do that with the vials we've got just here. Plus, whatever else I've got to create 3 of. I want probably 3 Elena, 3 Urias, 3 Seductive Vampire to try out, even though 1 might be enough, but 3 would be good. Zeus, I'm tempted to create another one just for purely mean, but otherwise I'll probably just create extras of the 1-ofs, so we've got at least 2 of everything. And then I'll probably actually be happy just to try out some decks first and get through them. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content. Until next time, guys, which will actually be later today if you're interested in checking out the story content, I'll see ya.